So, hi there. Well, looking back from where we just come from, where the sun is shining high in the sky, it's about 4:30. We're gradually moving out of the winter months, but we're up here doing hardcore in the mountains, in the foothills of the mountains. We've just been up to the north face for Ben Nevis for lunch. A wee McDonald's crispy wrap, and wrap of the day, $1.99, and a can of cider. What better way? Anyway, so the big announcement is that we're going to be doing the West Highland Way this year. Even though I've done it, but parts of it, just got to do it all from start to finish. And the way that I'm going to train for completing the West Highland Way is, funnily enough, to actually do it. What do you mean? I'm actually going to do sections of the way over the course of the next weekends leading up to it, with a target date of towards the end of April, to do it, over the course of a number of days. So I'm just going to pick a section at the weekend, just go do it. So that I always say that actually the way, it's not about lacing up your boots and going for a walk, it's a psychological effect that going for long walks and sometimes getting hit by the rain and stuff like that, that actually kicks people off the trail rather than the actual walking bit itself. So yeah, the only way to train for it is to actually do it. Thanks for joining us here on the way. It's been a lovely walk here up to the north face of Ben Nevis for a wee bit of lunch. I just love, I could stand here for about 5 minutes or so and just listen to the sound of nature. This is one of these moments, it's just beautiful, isn't it? So we've just come off the Shinrinyoku section of the trail up the north face, as I like to call it. It's a walk through the woods, breathing in all the natural chemicals that help us fight all the bad stuff, toxic stuff in our bodies. All that stuff's emitted from these lovely trees, which is produced by them to protect themselves from pestilence and disease. But by doing so, when they emit it, then when we're walking through, just naturally breathing, and we're breathing in those lovely natural chemicals, as well as the life-giving oxygen that these trees give out when we're pumping out our carbon dioxide. So get in tune with nature, this is why it's all together, isn't it? And you've got moments like this, mindful moments. As you've seen from the little clips of videos here, easily done, You can get up to see Ben Nevis from an angle that most people never get to see, just by knowing the way to go. The Puggy line, that name just intrigues me. We're going to be bobbling along there someday. Just to get the steps in, keep moving, make sure we've got all the right gear, test our gear. The only way to test your gear is to get out there. The ultimate is in a storm and going for a long walk, a 20-mile walk in a storm, and see how you feel before, during and after it. Were your boots dry? Were your socks dry? Did you have the gaiters? Did you have the right stuff? Did you feel warm and cosy? All that sort of stuff can only be tested in the great outdoors, because nature has a way of just throwing things at you, throwing low curves, low balls, where you think you've got it together, and then what you can never emulate is when you're in the shop, in the outdoor shop, whether that be big expensive ones like Cotswolds at 600 quid a jacket, to the cheaper ones, the regatta ones, and they're telling you, oh, this and that, and you're not standing there in the biting cold and the wind, your hands at -5 and all that sort of stuff going on. It's only when you get out there and you're actually trying to unzip your jacket to get into it's about the mindset. What they can't sell you is a psychological challenge, which is really what does a lot of people when they're trying to complete long walks, the midgie. So if you were able to go into a outdoor shop and it's blowing a wind at you, 12 mile per hour wind minimum, it's blowing an icy blast at you, it's hitting you with rain in the face, and then it's hitting you with a midgie, and then you say, I'll buy that tent, I feel good. You can't do that, you can only emulate it outdoors, and you can only do that by going out into nature.